Welcome out to the one, the only night drift session that is Grid Life Drift. And guess what? The stage is alive, but also the stage that is the racetrack is Pikes Peak International Raceway. I'm Jared Deanna. Kyle, baby Kyle Heyer, you've done such a great job. You got some nice, sweet, hot tea right there.
Yeah.
That's gonna just give a lozenge to just the pipes that are cranking, man.
One of our volunteers just gave me this massive cylinder. It looks like it'd be dropped out of a bomber in World War II.
Well, that's a time capsule.
Yeah, probably.
It's a time capsule for your lungs.
I don't actually know what's in it.
Yeah, let's get weird. Well, guess what? It is Grid Life, and we're about to get weird on track. We got laser beams. We got drift cars. We have pro drivers. We have pro-am, pro-spec. We have a variety of drivers that are about to shred. And guess what? Right now, we saw Avoid. Avoid is on stage right now. Kind of a screamo metal band. They rode with Chris Forsberg earlier.
Yeah.
The gentlemen were like super hyped. They come to us from the PNW, Pacific Northwest, and they go up there. There's your man, ASM, Robert Thorne, who is actually currently just a real contender in the Pro Spec Formula Drift Championship. But we're talking about drifting. What do you make of the whole drifting, even at night? What's going on? Laser beams, all these different things.
Well, you mentioned about how this isn't a competitive session. This is all just going out for fun. But this is the
Expression
spectacle.
session.
Expression session.
Yes,
I like
sir.
that.
Yes,
but
sir.
this is the full spectacle. This is fully committing to putting on a show. You got lasers, as you mentioned. They're shooting up a little bit, so you can't quite see them from this angle.
Yeah.
Look at the FPV out there. You'll see them shooting up into the smoke and the fog, and it's so cool. I sat by trackside the last session and just watched it. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a car guy. You don't have to be to enjoy this.
That's a great point, because and that's the whole juxtaposition, right? Because there's people that are coming out here and they want to see the music. Again, if it's Avoid. Next up, Xavier Wolf, who's been kind of a soundtrack for motorsports for a lot of these drivers. Xavier Wolf jumped in with Dylan Hughes, who drives that Permatex E36 on Forge Stars. Right now, we are seeing him. That's Dean Carnage Carney. He's bringing up that third in tow. Don't know. I believe that's Drift Doctor in the E36 in the second position. But Dean Carnage Carney, he built a thrash car, which is HyperNFT.io Dodge Viper. He's on Nexon tires.
Whoa.
Out front here, what do we have? Who do we have in the vet? Well, regardless, he's about to spin around. Drift Doctor's about to perform surgery on the back end of his Corvette.
I think that's the Colorado Drift School guys.
Yes, it is.
They have a couple of those Corvettes over there, and look like a couple of them turn around backwards, but that's look at the
Look
stage.
at the stage.
It looks so cool.
I love how rad this is. My wife and I, my wife Stephanie, we are over there, right there on that VIP stage, and then seeing music, seeing Avoid currently perform. They're super hyped. We are absolutely excited for the festival that is Grid Life Alpine Horizon Festival. It's so unique. It's such a contrarian kind of concept to what goes on at the Midwest Festival. It just has a different vibe to it. It's not. It's just different.
It's wilder, I think.
Yep.
This is like playing Forza Horizon in real life.
I know, you keep saying that. I do love that analogy. I think that makes sense.
By the way, you gained another pin on your hat today.
I did. I got a little gold leader, Lean Custom Pins. Shout out to Hansel and Lean Customs. They do a great job customizing some pins. I'm seeing that Black Rifle BMW E36. Don't know. I know Micah Diaz. Who's that?
This
No.
is my buddy Galen.
Oh, this is Galen.
We talked about him earlier. Works on the Random Vandals racing team and on the IMSA and SRO side. And
that's the BMW I was talking about. E46. Yeah. I apologize. BMW E46 with that black and yellow nose. And I know Black Rifle. I don't know. Micah, he was driving. That might be Micah's vehicle, the Holdfast. And I believe it is. Yeah, that is Micah Diaz. He was running a black livery previously, so it kind of threw me off. Again, there's the Drift Doctor, Levi, who, again, go and crank your tea, dude. Just get weird, man.
I mean,
you don't know what's in it.
I don't even know.
Your trust value is to another level. And
I mean, this is like literally.
Kyle, your last name is what again? Higher?
Yeah.
Yeah. So get higher, dude. Let's get weird. We are in Colorado. Doesn't smell good. Little. Okay. Just straight from the teat. All right, well done.
How deep it is. It goes so far, Jared.
Okay. Well, there's Robert Thorne. Larry Chen in tow. He throws those Type S lights. The Type S lights are lighting up the underglow of that Toyota Supra with the Canon 1D livery. He is a seeker of light, and which is really cool. And Larry Chen and his whole team have worked feverishly throughout the weekend. And Thorne, look at Thorne. It's really cool to see him, again, from a traditional racing background, come into drifting and really embrace it. It doesn't matter about the results, but his results speak for itself, where it's like, hey, all right, cool. Oh, here we go. Let's check out some PFV.
PFV? FPV?
Yeah, FPV, sorry.
either one. We'll take both.
Yeah, whatever.
But I like
It's
Robert,
been a long day, and I apologize.
No, it's good. But Robert, I love him crossing the threshold from, he does, grip, drift, does time attack now. He does all the above. He's just really stretching across all the disciplines. And a good driver is a good driver is a good driver. We're doing a content piece with eBay Motors this week running the fits, and it's really interesting to see how the drivers line up.
We're seeing a variety of pro drivers here, and we saw them in the previous demo earlier. We saw Adam LZ, Chelsea Deneau for the Falcon Tire drivers that are Matt Field, Odie Bakshi's, Dylan Hughes we're talking about. And the party continues. I always just love, again, explaining party on track, party off track. Literally concurrently, there's a band called Avoid. Go and look them up, AVOID. Right after this, Xavier Wolf is performing, and Xavier Wolf has been such a tremendous piece of kind of the automotive culture. I had some words with him right before him jumping a Dylan Hughes vehicle, and there you go, the Colorado Drift School gentlemen. They're sending it, dude.
I saw someone walking through their paddock spot earlier, and he was doing like the mind explosion emoji, but in real life. And it was like he was walking through and was like, I can't believe that we can be here.
Yeah.
He was walking around checking out that purple Corvette. His mind was blown.
We got some cords showing there on the backside of the vehicle. That's got to make for some great footage there.
Oh,
Larry
boy.
Chen, look at that. Cords are showing.
Oh, I can't wait for that.
Great livery there on that E36. I love the contrast of JDM kind of, aesthetic and look on the BMW, the E36. Don't know the power plant underneath that hood. Could be 2J, could be LS, could be, who knows, K-Series right now. There's a couple teal and blue. Sorry to cut you off there. We got an All-American. No, it looks like Matt Field out front, and it's Odie Bakshi's. So Matt Field, the beast from the Bay, piloting that Falcon Tires Drift Cave. Obviously, Falcon Tires shrouded vehicle. Behind him, Odie Bakshi's, who's always been a contender in the championship. But again, Matt Field currently leads the championship going into Salt Lake City next weekend. It's a real pleasure to have 6 of the top 10 Formula Drift drivers out here throwing down an expression session. It's about, look at that, his passenger, tops off, we're ready to get rowdy.
No pressure for competition, Jared. It's all about having fun and putting a smile on your face and other people's faces. I got a chance to ride with Forsberg a couple years ago. It's a night I'll never forget. And a lot of people here that are just spectators are getting the chance to experience this. And I promise you that if they weren't a fan before, they're going to walk away a fan.
There you go. There is the Audi S4 we were talking about earlier. Love the tire flies on the corners, the Type S lights underneath the chassis, the passenger throwing up the horns. This is something that a lot of people will never forget. And I've admittedly, Kyle, I don't know if you've ever heard of Got Bill. I don't know if you ever heard of Goodwood Festival Speed.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if you've ever heard of, obviously Pikes Peak Hill Climb, Formula Drift, Nitro Rallycross. All these things have their different facets that are just that, facets of the culture, or taking the automotive culture, the experience, all that. Grid Life, there's nothing like this in the world. And again, the closest thing I would say is Got Bill at Rudskogen, which is just outside of Oslo, Norway. And this is our American Got Bill. And I think that is a compliment to what Chris Stewart and Sean and the whole team has really conjured up, because here we are, medals playing on the stage, but concurrently we are seeing vehicles thrash on track.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's so much that goes into making these festivals. Adam Jabay, our motorsports director, he's out there running the drift sessions. Yeah, Jabay's running with Cone. We didn't have Swan this time, so we got to make it work somehow.
Right,
so
Jababy and Cone.
Yep, so they're getting it done out there. And again, as Sean and Chris, as you mentioned, the partnership team, John and Josh and Trisha and Charlie, the ops folks that have made it all happen. I mean, we were here, they were here on Saturday. I got here on Sunday. It's been a full week of prepping. And look at the energy of this place. It's just absolutely tangible right now.
Really, you could almost taste it, right? If we had Wonka vision, where you could taste it and experience it.
I bit my tongue, so I'm tasting a little blood, but that's okay.
Yeah, well, you know what? That's the kind of hair you are. You kind of take it as it comes. And Gold Diggers out there in the E46, the Gold Diggers BMWs, they've been banging away from the E46 to E36. They've been to multiple Grid Life events, and this expression session is continuing to go down. This is not a competition. This is purely to just add kind of a side act to what is, the GLTC. Amazing competition earlier. We're seeing some cords here from, who is that? I'm trying to see through the lights.
350, I think, right?
That is,
yes.
Oh, yeah. I can't see exactly. I'm seeing some purple underglow, and then.
We got Hosford in the house on Twitch, by the way.
Oh, Corey Hosford.
Yeah,
What's cracking, dude? Oh, I'm seeing Daniel Stuckey just roll by our announcer's booth. Stuckey, who is a pro spec competitor. And look at the sun, man! How bright was the moon last night too? Bright. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah.
It's been a full moon on Monday.
There's a party mode on the lights on here.
Yep.
We got lasers. We got sparking wheels because we got no rubber left. We got party mode headlights. We got lasers. What else do we need? A flyover and fireworks.
We saw it with the obviously the FPV.
Yeah.
And yeah, we need some tea. We need some tea for Kyle.
I'll get some tea. I'll get some.
Are you good?
Tea.
Yeah, crank some more
it's good
tea.
Stuff. It's really good. There's a lot of honey in it.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's a secret from another, announcer. It's honey, hot tea, and lemon.
I'm not doing very well prepping for these, Jerry.
No?
It's a real problem.
Neither do I.
Well, I used to do so much more of this on the esports side, and now it's hurting me that I don't.
No, sometimes you got to crank bourbon and a good night.
Yeah.
Sometimes I was talking to Ron Carr, who's, I don't know if you know this, but for those, we've been highlighting obviously on-track festivities, but Bucky Lassick is in the building. Ron Carr from Hoonigan, the Rally Ready gentlemen, they're over there. They're doing a full rally. Terra crew is out here. They're doing a whole dirt experience that we're not even highlighting on this Grid Life, live stream. So, special shout out to Specialty Field Productions. They've done such a great job over the last few years, and Matt and his whole team, obviously Rogie, Hobo, Justin Shreve, everybody that is part of that. And there's Daniel Stuckey, the M-Spec Performance vehicle, Formula Drift competitor. He is an absolute talent. Who's that in tow? I can't see exactly who that is. Trying to cut through, but Daniel Stuckey out there in the M-Spec Performance vehicle.
This looks like an M-Spec teammate behind him.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Stuckey with oh gosh, is that? I'm trying to think who that is right now. So Stuckey actually is in the chase position. So M-Spec has made quite an impression on the Formula Drift
Rainbow
forecast.
Underglow. Hell yeah.
Are you into it?
I'm into it.
Is that going under your 86?
Maybe. Look, hey, any lights are awesome, but making them, I know the RTR guys have like chasing lights on the roof now, and it's just every time they step it up with how they're lighting these things.
Oh, I'm seeing Dai Yoshihara, the pit and paddock. There's Odi Bakshis, teal and blue. Matt Field chasing him down. Look at that. So we got Odi Bakshis, Matt Field, I believe that's Dylan Hughes, and that should be JTP, Justin Paul. Here comes Dean Carnage Carney. You can see him with the blue headlights, the blue underglow Type S. Larry Chen chasing him down, red and blue. Which pill are you going to take, red or blue?
Blue.
Okay. I don't know what that means,
I don't know
regardless.
It either, but
it just you're into
good
it.
Color. It's calming color.
I like it. Yeah, it's cool, calming, as opposed to the red and violet. The HyperNFT.io Dodge Viper, that is Dean Carnage Carney. He built a Thrash car, and Dean Carnage Carney's been competing in the Formula Drift Championship for multiple years, but he is out here thrashing. I believe that's the Drift Riot Nissan 350Z. Frazier, is it?
Wow, you're going to put me on the spot again. I learned all these people, and now I can't remember.
No, that's not him. Regardless, so that's fine. No, it's not him. That's the Skids. I have not. Is that George K? No, that's
Zach
not.
Ferris is the Drift
There it is. But that wasn't even him. Regardless,
he's got the
whips.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, I know. You said that was an expletive earlier. You can't say it. It's a family show.
I'll get myself
rightfully so, man. I don't want you to get it canceled here.
The LED
just me. Wow, look at the M-Spec vehicles getting after it.
Need a BC Racing drift train at some point. Got to get a couple more of these guys hooked up and running together in a train. But Tandem's going strong. We've had a handful of those. Here's two more coming into the mix. Falcon guys back at it.
Yep, there is Matt Field. Look at Odi Bach. She's applying the pressure. And that's good. That's a really good demo right there. That was fun. Looks like Drift Doctor, E36. There's Dai Yoshihara, former champion in that pit paddock BRZ. Again, turbocharged LS under the hood. Matt Field comes into view. Our current leader, Falcon Tires Drift Cave, he operates his own shop. Drift Doctor coming in. Dylan Hughes brings it up. The Gold Diggers, I believe that's who that is.
I believe so.
And what's funny is the race line. Have you been over there to the VIP area?
Yes.
So they're exceeding the actual track line to just get close to the wall.
Why not?
So right there, so you could see the photographers behind that K-rail, up and elevated. That is like the VIP stage area to watch the performance acts and what the drivers are doing. Those that are feeling brave and confident and actually I should say confident and brave, and confident, you could dance and flirt with that wall. But my wife and I were up there earlier, and we're getting sprayed with shrapnel.
Yeah, I stood out there a little bit earlier too, and I have contacts in. I was having a hard time like keeping my eyes shielded, but it really, I mean, again, it's a spectator experience, and these people live for this stuff. They want to get as close as they can, reaching out and really getting a face full of rubber every single lap. But that's the fun of it, right? I mean, this is chaos, controlled chaos, and that's what makes this so fun to watch. And some of these people have shown up to this festival expecting the music. They didn't even know this was going to happen, and here they are going, "Wow, this is cool."
Kyle, whenever you're ready to come to Formula Drift event, I got a guy. I'll get you some tickets.
Okay.
You know, like let me know.
Yeah, let's do it.
You let me know when you're ready. You haven't been to a Formula Drift. And again, I've been announcing it for 19 years. There we go, throwing the horns. That is Daniel Stuckey out front, and he was flirting with that wall, and he's really just gained no traction, pun intended there with the drifting kind of metaphorical reference. But you could see some of the vehicles, and you know, saw earlier Chris Forsberg, he smoked out the car so much, he went over a bump. Von Gittin Jr., he shut it down. Oh, there he is. Speak of the devil, the Ultimaniac is back.
Oh, boy.
He went and hit a speed bump. Oh, there is the S4,
wow, that was
the
really
034.
close.
Yeah, he might have banged that back left corner.
Well, he'll loop it around, and again, he said this motor is relatively stock. There's not a whole lot done to it, but again, it's got the rear-wheel drive conversion. Essentially, you're locking that center diff, removing those front axles. So, you know, a lot has gone into this car to make it drift. But it wasn't. When I saw it in line, I didn't even know it was a drift car. It's pretty subtle in terms of, you know, it doesn't
livery
quite look
and how.
the same,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. It does look more road race or
Dare
kind of
to be
sports
different.
car racing. Yeah. I mean, kids these days. Are you familiar with Got Bill, the event?
No.
In Norway? Okay.
Look
it up. It says it's like Gatebill, but Gatebil. It's pronounced Got Bill.
They do all sorts of weird stuff up there in Europe, Northern Europe.
Well, yeah, well, it's Norway, and but overall,
Europe, right?
yeah, it is. Yeah, you're correct. Again, I'm geographic. I don't even know where I'm at on a map right now.
Great. I don't
so
either.
I'm very geographically challenged. I'm like, where am I going? I have to pull out pull out where I can buy a hot dog roasting machine. Sky Mall. They don't even exist anymore. Oh, he's about to lose his front bumper.
Yeah,
don't do that.
Hopped that curb and it kind of hooked as he came back across.
There was a dude that I rode with in an amazing S4, like older body style, I would say like a 90 or maybe late 80s, and the most gnarliest all-wheel drive drift car experience I've ever been in my life. This dude named Alm, I believe it was Christian Alm, I apologize, or Fleming Alm. And we were just weaving through cars, and it was like asteroids coming at us. And we are weaving through cars, drifting through an all-wheel drive. Again, Dai Yoshihara in that chase position. There you go. There's your rainbow Type S lights. Larry Chen chasing him down. Whoa. Sparks being thrown. And I have to assume that's either, look at, dude.
Right front.
Dai Yoshihara is getting absolutely ham right now. Slide or Dai Yoshihara, the pit paddock. Now keep in mind, the passenger is on that left-hand side, the American driver's side, but he turned that vehicle on a right-hand drive. There is Chris the Force Forsberg. Ultimaniac is back out.
Missing the front bumper, probably intentionally.
Yep, unintentionally. Earlier in the demo, we had one more demo prior to this, and he got completely smoked out and couldn't see anything at night. You know, he threw in Type S cabin lights to light up the cockpit. So you make good content, you do all this, but it made for good content because he probably caught a foot of air. Yeah, he got blinded by the smoke, wrapped up like a deuce in the middle of the night, and then jumped and then landed.
I have two rules about cars.
What's that?
One of the rules is if your car gets air, it's better than cars that don't get air.
Okay.
The other rule is if your car shoots fire, it's better than a car that doesn't shoot fire. That car does both, so I think that wins. That wins.
Oh my gosh, dude, you won a participation trophy award with that one. That was good. Yeah, no, of course. I mean, fire. Where there's fire, there's flames, and obviously where there's air, there's not air. And like, yeah, dude, why not?
I mean, there's a lot of cars that shoot fire that don't get air, and a lot of cars that get air that don't shoot fire. But you can do both, and Kyle's a happy boy.
Oh man,
so
look at that. Kyle's a happy.
And
boy.
rainbow underglows. Throw that in there.
Yeah,
or
I know,
just any
right?
underglow.
Yeah.
Rainbow or otherwise.
Do you so? Your car is technically a Scion FRS.
Yes, it's a 13.
Do you like calling it FRS, or do you prefer now calling it 86?
I just say 86 because it just encompasses the whole family.
That's fair.
You know, a twin, but
yeah.
I'm not upset by this.
You're not beholden to it being called FRS.
Yeah, I mean, I do.
Would you rebadge it?
No.
Oh, you do correct people saying
I do
sign-off
correct
rest?
people. But
okay,
like when I
so
tell
yes,
people,
you just answered my question.
yeah, okay.
No, you drive a sign-off
If
rest.
someone says,
okay.
if they say
I
86,
digress.
I'm like, all right. But if they say BRZ, I'm like, no.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean?
All right,
It's a brand thing. That's all.
I get it. So you're more beholden to the Toyota
Well, it wouldn't
concept.
exist without Toyota.
Okay.
It might exist without Subaru. I mean, now it's producing a Subaru. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, you're really wrapping up and all this. But I just opened Pandora's box.
Yeah, you don't want to do that.
Ooh, wee.
You know, the S chassis nerds, that's me, but the
Oh,
86
yeah,
chassis, so
yeah,
you don't wanna,
well, yeah.
That is Pandora's box.
Yeah, that is the plot thickens for old baby
It got
Kyle.
hailed on the way to Lime Rock, dude.
I know.
Ugh,
I saw, dude. I'm
bummer.
sorry.
I haven't
Sorry.
fixed it yet, so it kind of sucks.
Sorry, I saw you putting it back. But guess what? You do live in Chicago,
Yes.
so you have a whole winter
Yep.
to fix your damage.
Hailed on again.
Yeah. What the hail?
What the hell, man? What the hell?
And that's not cussing. That's not cussing over the live stream. Dude, the S4 is absolutely getting it. My man 034.
Fearless.
Yeah.
Getting after it.
So good.
Again, non-traditional chassis. I mean, you look down the list, and it's Nissan, BMW,
Audi.
Nissan, Audi. Throw that in there just for good
Yeah,
measure.
no, I think that's good and complimentary. Dodge Viper, a couple Ford Mustangs, and a lot of
Corvettes.
drivers doing double duty. Yeah, a few Corvettes, but a lot of drivers doing. Actually, no, quite the contrary. Only a few drivers doing double duty, including Adam LZ, who's out here ripping around in his AutoZone Pennzoil Ford Mustang, but also racing in track battle his Mitsubishi Evolution 5, which that car is super dope.
Yeah, running in track mod, and it's been proven all day long. It's been fun to follow him through. We haven't seen the RTR guys yet this session.
We have not. They might have parked it. I know Von Gittin Jr. had to park his car earlier in that earlier session, so that might have contributed to the overall effort of like, maybe we just all park it.
Need that BC Racing drift train, though.
I know.
How are we going to do that without BC Racing cars?
They might be going for gold tomorrow because, I mean, given they do have all the lights courtesy of Type S, but overall just want to make sure that they can see and,
Yeah, seeing's good at night.
No, it's underrated.
Every time
that was
I
a
say
joke.
it's dark.
I said that one was underrated.
Okay, well.
So I didn't say it was overrated.
Well, every time
You didn't catch
it's dark. I didn't. I'm sorry. But every time I say it's dark out, they're like, yeah, of course it is, dummy. The sun went down.
Yep,
Like that's.
yep.
But it is though. It's darker in some places.
The vibe overall, seeing the rally, seeing people come over here, the stage, and Xavier Wolf is performing next. Trippy Red will be on the stage this evening, late tonight.
Yeah, two big headliners tonight.
Yeah, and like I said, Xavier Wolf jumped in with Dylan Hughes and that Permatex vehicle, and just the vibe overall. I hope that everybody's enjoying it. That's either here in the building. Got a little brisk this evening, but I'm in shorts and just a hoodie, and I think that some people not really in flip-flops and tank
crotch fan
tops
anymore? We can turn
No,
this
I'm
off.
good,
All right.
thank you. But
Yeah.
for those that don't know, Kyle has a fan here, so
Yeah, because it gets hot, and then you got it.
Yep.
Oh, is that
No,
medium or high?
I think we're good right now.
Okay, well, it's mounted really low and aims up really high. Wow, that
Yeah.
was just we're gonna set it to jet mode there for a second.
Yeah,
There we go. We got it turned off. Your
So-
right knee's probably very chilly.
I'm cold. I'm cold as ice.
There you go. Well, stage a little bit quiet right now. There went a 350, about
Yep.
Mach 3 past
Yep.
us on the tent there. We're not done quite yet. This is split up into two sessions, and the first of which has just completed, but there is a chance for drivers to go back out for more.
Yeah, a lot of them will just kind of maybe kick back. We have just about, looks like about 14 minutes left.
Yeah,
So
we'll go for another 10 or so and probably
yeah.
wrap it. But
Usually, the talking about attrition, we talked about the consumables with GLTC earlier, and it just came down to tires, brakes, and also the mental fortitude, man. Like here you are, it's dark, it's late at night. There's a party, and you kind of want to join the party. If you're on track, you're like, I kind of want to wrap it up. I saw Hurt from Hoonigan earlier, and he's like, I think I'm good. I just want to hang out. And Xavier Wolf has just again been really synonymous with motorsports and culture and music. So it's really cool to have him here in the building again, Trippy Red. But Taking Back Sunday, that's a big act tomorrow. I know a lot of people are excited about that. So it's about joining the party. And if you're not joining us in the building, and we're kind of live to the house, but keep this in mind. GRIDLIFE Alpine Horizon Festival. If you're watching this from across the globe or across the country, or if you're just down the street, you need to be here either tomorrow or next year. And there are multiple festivals that happen within the Grid Life community. And it's not just about the festivals, because Grid Life is all about the culture and racing and everything overall.
Yeah,
Again,
motorsports inclusion. Get everybody together on the racetrack in the same weekend and explore the different methods of going quick and turning money into smoke and money into speed, and that's really what it's all about at the end of the day. But look, this is a blast, and in the shadow of the Pikes Peak Mountain, this is such a cool facility, and it really is a blank slate. You mentioned the rally that we don't get to cover, unfortunately, because it's a little bit far away from the racetrack. It's just off beyond Oval Turn 1, but going back to, it's like a video game. It's you got your drift, you got your time attack, you've got your wheel-to-wheel racing. I think the only thing we need to do now to kind of complete the quartet maybe is airplane racing or something.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, Matt Johnson, he's ready to throw down, especially
let's do it. Yeah, he just bought a float plane a couple months ago.
Well, let's go it.
Yeah,
let's get after it, pitter patter. And you could see the vibe here. Grabbing some photos. Be sure to tag at Grid Life and Alpine Horizon Fest.
There we go. Here's a couple more takers here. I think people are starting to wind down here, Jared, so we'll just enjoy the last couple folks sending it here at Pikes Peak International Raceway. Again, the ops team has done a great job lighting up this interior. There's awesome, it doesn't show up quite as well on camera. There's just awesome lighting, up lights and that sort of thing, and the lasers we mentioned earlier, and this place looks the part. And awesome work on the lights as they go out of focus.
It is exactly
like
artsy. It's exactly, and it just has this kind of poetic going into the light, and you could see even glow sticks, courtesy of obviously the driver and the passenger. There we go, a little I saw the livery earlier on this vehicle. Great looking Nissan Z.
Got it balanced right on the edge there, going to track all the way out. Again, there's cones to keep them from going off in the first part of the course, but later, a little bit further down where the pavement's better off course, and get right up against that wall where you mentioned all the spectators are hanging out, and get within feet of these things as they do 80, 90 miles an hour. There's a hand out the window.
That might be a little hat tip to all our fans that are in the building and those tuning in online. See if anybody is on the start line.
Audi man's getting after it.
Right.
He has used his track time wisely. Austin Phipps in the 2012 Audi S4. He is getting what he paid for his ticket price, I'll tell you that.
Yeah. All right. We have the all-pink Nissan S13 still getting after it.
Did I just hear the Ultimaniac? No, that was the 350.
No, that's the Z that just went by, I believe. Going back to the pits, this very well could be our swan song with that pink S13. Don't see anybody lighting up there, but there goes Larry Chen, and how poetic is that? We capture the photos, we capture all things. But Kyle, your closing thoughts here on day one of Grid Life.
Oh, man. What a return to PPIR. This event is so fun. Seeing Night Shift Drift, seeing the Drift guys back in the paddock this week. Track Battle, we've broken some track records already this weekend. Yeah. GLTC, 2 of our 4 races done and complete. A winner that we haven't seen in Victory Lane in months. It's been a great start to the weekend, but so much more tomorrow. A full day of action.
Thank you so much, Kyle. I'm Jared Deanda. That is it. We are going to send it tomorrow once again. Grid Life Drift and obviously GLTC. So many things going on here. If you're not joining us in the building, please join us online. And again, the parties continue. Thank you so much on behalf of everybody and the whole Grid Life staff. There's too many people to thank, but you know who you are. So thank you so much. We'll see you online, or we'll see you another time. That's a wrap on Grid Life Day 1 here at Pikes Peak International Raceway.
Coverage of Grid Life Alpine Horizon is brought to you by Valvoline, the official motor oil of Grid Life. Momo, made in Italy since 1964. FCP Euro, every part you buy is guaranteed for life. eBay Motors, let's ride. Coverage of Grid Life Alpine Horizon is brought to you by Falcon Tires. The Falcon Azenas RT660 is the official tire of Club TR. And K&N. Performance Unlimited.
At 303, we're always chasing perfection. Protect your ride with graphene nanospray coating. Now, boost protection, shine, and slickness with Graphene Detailer. Level up your detailing game. Harness the power of graphene with 303.
Ed Vance here, and I'm at my favorite place again.
Sorry, did you say your name is Ed Vance?
That's me.
Like advance?
Crazy, right? And it just so happens he knows everything in advance.
Oh, you know the future? Did you know I needed 10W30?
No. I just know everything here in Advance Auto Parts, like where the 10W30 is.
So you don't know what I'll do next?
Actually, I do. You will be going to the oil aisle.
He's good.
He's Ed Vance.
I spent a lot of time here.
He's here a lot.
This is how we advance.
The more power you have, the more grip you have, the more you push the limits, the more stopping power you need. Get race-proven technology. Hawk Performance.
Hey, we still on this weekend for a little?
You know it. I'm in desperate need of some.
What about you, Jim?
No, my sister's getting the wedding. She's getting married, so.
When adventure calls, make sure you're ready to answer. Stable 360 ethanol treatment is specifically formulated for year-round use, so your engines will be ready when you are. Ready, willing, stable.
We've been powering the American road since before it was paved. Our first breakthrough in motor oil was introducing it. And we've been reinventing it ever since. From the world's first high-mileage oil to the world's first synthetic blend. There are those who change with the times, and those who drive them. Valvoline, the original motor oil.
For those who don't settle when others do. For those who are set free by performance and believe innovation can take you anywhere.